Hello and welcome to another Make Laser Gifts workshop. In this video we've got another simple one, a chopping board. While the item in this workshop is pretty straightforward, I'm going to cover some alternate uses for the end product and a new advanced customization technique, so I'm only going to briefly cover the basics. Here are a few examples. Alright then, we've got a lot to cover, so let's crack on. Before we begin, I'd like to show you a few ways you can control this video. However, if you'd like to get stuck in with the workshop, you can skip to the next part of this video by clicking the time listed on the video. This video makes use of YouTube's timestamp feature. By going to the video description, you will see the timestamps I've set for each section of this video. If you'd like to skip to a different section, or rewatch one that you've previously seen, simply click its timestamp in the description. This feature also splits the video's progress bar into the different sections. When you roll your mouse over a specific part of the bar, it will tell you what section that comes under. This will make it easier for you to take a break and continue from where you left off. Also down in the description you will find some useful links, a link to the website, and a link to the workshop page. That concludes this section on video control. Here is a quick introduction to the Inkybay design tool. In the following workshop, these things may look a little different, but if you wish you can refer to this guide to help you follow along. This white space here is your canvas. This is where you will see all the elements for your design as you add them. First off, we have the Workshop Templates button. Clicking this will bring up a window that will give you access to whatever template you wish to work on. Next, we have the Upload File button. This allows you to upload a graphic of your choice. This is perfect for if you have an understanding of vector graphic design and would like to upload your own SVG image to the canvas. Clicking Add Text will allow you to write your own text on the canvas and edit it how you see fit. You can change the font, the size, the rotation and the curve of the text, among other things. Text created on Inkybay defaults to white. So in order to change that, you simply go over to the box on the left, click it and set it to black. The Add Graphic button allows you to browse our selection of vector graphics and add them to the canvas. Here you will find many different categories that cover many different themes and styles. Once you find a graphic that you like, simply click it and it will be added to the canvas. You can then resize it, rotate it or delete it if you wish. You can even duplicate it. Get a Quote allows you to send your design to us so that we can get it ready to use with the laser. Download Design lets you save a picture of your design to your computer. Save Design allows you to email this design to yourself so you can open it up again in future. You can simply ignore everything on the right of the screen. This means you do not need to worry that the price is going up when you add graphics. set up the template, head on over to Browse Design Ideas. Select the heading on the left hand side that says Workshop Templates. Select the option that says Chopping Board. There is only one template for this, so select that. This one is nice and simple, so you have a nice big rectangle to work with. Just be sure to keep your design within the dotted lines. You can use all the basic tools such as Add Graphic and Add Text to customize your design. Due to the thickness of the chopping board, any graphic or text that is set to cut will not cut all the way through. Don't let this dissuade you from using those techniques. This is what's known as a vector engrave or an etch. This includes any of the graphics in the Ideal for Cutting section, or any graphics that you set to red via the colour option. Do the same for text by selecting the text, and then selecting text outline, and then setting a red outline for the text. If you're going to use the finished item as intended, we strongly advise that you do not use the engraved side for chopping. This is because little bits of food may get stuck in the grooves, and over multiple uses you will damage the image. An engraved chopping board makes for a great display piece when not in use, which brings me on to the topic of alternative uses for your final designed products. By propping it up on some kind of stand, or fixing something to the back so you can hang it on the wall, you can convert the chopping board into a wooden canvas to display your own artwork. And that brings us on to our next topic, how to upload your own artwork to put on your design. This process can be quite involved, so be sure to listen carefully. The first step is to click on Upload File. You should be presented with a screen that looks something like this. If not, click on Upload a File. We are first going to turn our attention to this area. To select the picture you wish to upload, click on the button that says Browse. Below that box are all the accepted file types. So long as what you're uploading is an image of some kind, it will work. So you don't have to worry if you don't understand what these file types mean. Now before you do decide to upload, there are a few restrictions that we've put in place. This is just to keep the process simple for you and for us. We will not be accepting any photographs. This is because photographs have to be taken and edited in a specific way in order to be laser friendly. Anything that is too busy or cluttered will not come out nice. Photos tend to be too overly detailed, so we have made the decision not to accept any photographs. Any images uploaded should ideally be monotone, more specifically black and white, not grayscale. So this should leave us with scanned illustrations, so that could be drawings done by yourself or others, or other forms of artistic media, so long as they are single coloured and will scan, and graphics you've created yourself on a computer. These limitations are to ensure that your final design comes out looking absolutely lovely. Photographs and busy images don't tend to come out looking so good. With that being said, after selecting Browse, all you have to do next is find the file you wish to upload. After you've selected your file, you may be greeted with a screen that looks like this. Depending on the kind of image that you've chosen, you may notice that the image is surrounded by white. If this is the case, and you wish to get rid of the white, simply click on Remove White from Image. Once you're happy, click on Continue. Once you have something you're happy with, click on Get a Quote on the panel to the left, and then fill out each of the boxes. Be sure to mention which workshop it is you've done in the subject box. You also must include your full address in the message box. If you do not include your full address, we cannot send your item out to you. Once you have received your item and have decorated it, please send us pictures of the end result. Thank you very much for following along. We look forward to seeing your final designs. Graphical elements with 3D effects can be made to stand out really well on your final design. This is all down to how you decide to decorate them, but through using different shades of the same colour, you can create a 3D effect. I'm going to simulate this in my graphics editing software. You can, however, try out a similar colouring technique when you come to painting your final design. All I am doing here is using a lighter version of a colour for all of the bits that are closer, darker shades of the same colour for bits that are obscured. I am then filling the engraved bits with the darkest shade. When it comes to decorating my final design, here are some of the tools that I like to use. Paint pens. These are pens full of paint. They're only really good for covering small areas, but they don't usually tend to leave brush marks. They come in a variety of different nib types, sizes, and colours. I have no particular brand preference, but you can usually find these on places like Amazon, or on eBay, or down your local craft shop. To cover larger areas, I usually use spray paint. You can get this in most craft and DIY stores. Be sure that before you use it, that you're wearing a mask and you're in a well-ventilated area. Always follow the directions on the can. I usually tend to use white spray paint to prime everything first. This usually involves applying a coat, waiting for it to dry, and then applying another coat. If I'm working with a particularly delicate area, or there's an area I do not wish to get spray paint on, I will use masking tape or masking fluid, and then for a lot of the finishing details, I'll use modelling paintbrushes. Don't worry if you don't have any of these available. It's down to you how you wish to decorate your final design. And with all that being said, thank you very much for watching. We look forward to seeing your finished products.